With the power of coffee, I expelled the curse that has prevented me to do solid commentary today. Hello everybody, it's Dr. John bringing you more Pokemon Yellow. And in the previous episode we established a couple of things. First off, we gave our hero the name Dachiri, after the creator of Pokemon, Satoshi Dachiri. As for our rival, we gave him the name Shigeru, after the great Shigeru Miyamoto. And also, in the previous episode, I got to the Pokemon Bio interface, his introduction, as we gained our starter Pokemon, Pikachu, who I decided to name as Voltaire. Now, there's quite a bunch of new things I need to talk about in this episode. So how about we head outside, cause, guys, I hate to say it, but the decoration of this room sucks. You should really fire your decorator. Oh, you really should. Anywho, heading outside and... Wait, Dachiri! Let's check out our Pokemon! Come on! I'll take you on! And looks like we're starting this episode with a Pokemon battle. 1 second. Nothing like a caffeine power! Anywho, yes, our very first rival, and generally our very first Pokemon battle of the game. And just like we have a little bit unusual starter Pokemon, so does our rival, as he has Eevee. Now I won't go over her Eevee in details just yet, as we can actually get ourselves one. So, oh, I should have put in spoiler right there. Yeah, I'll put one in the editing. We will get one much later. So, let's just focus on this fight. Now, this fight, in the previous 2 games, it really didn't matter that much. If you lost this was just sort of an introduction to Pokemon battles, but in this game, this first battle does actually play kind of an interesting role, and I kinda don't want to lose this. Anyway, this isn't too difficult. Actually, it's not difficult, it's... well, okay, how should I put this? It can be a bit frustrating because this is based on some parts on dumb luck, like sometimes Eevee can land just a freaking critical hit after critical hit, and that can be especially bad after it's used Tail Whip, because at this level Tail Whip is actually not a bad move. It does lower your defense just enough that tackle with critical hit is actually capable of taking you out. I'm going to bet it's going to do Tail Whip on the next turn, so I'm gonna go with Thunder Shock. Come on, don't let me people... Yeah, it's paralyzed, okay! I called it. It did do Tail Whip. And now that thing is paralyzed, actually, should I use my potion? There's a high chance that it won't have the chance to attack, but if it does, I'm kinda screwed. Well, let's gamble. Please be critical. No, oh, yeah! Well, it wasn't critical, but yeah, way to go, Voltaire! Voltaire grew to level 6. Voltaire learned Tail Whip. Dachiri defeated Shigeru. What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon! No, you didn't, jackass, you just don't know how to use it. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Dachiri, Cramps, smell you later. And now I don't know what the hell was going on with my rival voice there. What? Would you look at that? It's odd, but it appears that your Pikachu dislikes Pokeballs, You should just keep it with you. That should make it happy. You can talk to it and see how it feels about you, Why did I add humming into Oak's speech there? I don't know what's going in my head and imitations right now. Anywho, this little function here. We can talk to Pikachu and see how it feels about us, and actually let me head outside before I talk about this or any other things I was planning to say, cause that place just distracts me. Anywho, this little function that we can do with Pikachu, this can actually be considered as an early prototype of the happiness. Oh, actually, spoiler alert to those who haven't played Generation 2 games yet. Anywho, in Generation 2 they introduced the happiness rate counter, which basically meant that there were some Pokemons or evolutions that you could only get through increasing your Pokemon's happiness and then evolving it. And, well, the happiness increased after you did certain actions and decreased after you did other certain actions, and this function here can actually be considered as an early prototype of it, because whenever we treat Pikachu badly, like let it faint too much, don't heal it right, don't use any healing items on it, yada yada yada, its happiness decreases. But when we actually win battles with it and heal it, just like any good trainer should, its happiness increases. And although it may seem that it's just here to be here as a filler, it does actually serve at least tiny little bit of purpose here in the game, so it's not completely useless. Okay, so I had to catch my breath there. Jeez, I almost did that in one breath, good lord. Coffee, Phil. God, that feels good. Okay, now, after taking that shot, now, to the thing that I really wanted to talk about here, and I know I'm just holding up leaving this town, but I ask you to bear with me with this for a few minutes, because this is actually quite important for me to say. So, the Pokemon Bio system. Now, I got to introduce the interface in last time, and actually let's pop back up the Pikachu bio that I used in the previous episode just to demonstrate this. Now, I'm planning to use these Pokemon bios only on the Pokemons that I capture. Sure, and among those that I captured, I'm planning to go through the evolution lines only with the Pokemons that are going to be my final team members. That way, I can hopefully keep the bios a little bit in restraint so that they won't be taking over this LP, because I've seen that happen with some of the Pokemon LPs out there, that bios just tend to overrun them, like there's an ass ton of bios. And although they can be a little bit neat, it can also get boring real fast. And another thing, I should mention that these bios, or more like the stats that I present in these bios, there's actually something I need to correct here, because I'm taking out the stats info from Bulbapedia. However, the Pokemon stats info that is available on Bulbapedia has been made to match the Generation 3 or whatever current generation there is Pokédex intros, which means that there's some stuff in there that weren't introduced here in the original generation, starting with the special attack and special defense split. In Generation 1 there wasn't anything like this. There wasn't a specific split between special attack and special defense. It was all under special stat. So on that part, these stats aren't actually accurate, but I won't be changing them either because they do actually kinda hold water, because if you play the game, I think you can agree that when you recall how some of these Pokemon did in battle, or see here during this LP how they will do in battles, I guess you can agree that although it's not specifically specified here in the Pokédex intros of Pokemon when we actually get them or whenever we check their stats, like let me actually check here with Pikachu. As you can see, we can only see that they're special. There still exists a sort of a split between there is the special defense in this game, although it doesn't show on the status screen, so some Pokemon take special attacks better than others. Okay, that was all that I wanted to say. Now, enough of Jeepa Chappa. Now after freaking 10 minutes or so, let's head out. And as we... Wow, that came out faster than I thought. Rattata, Rattata, Rattata. Oh, you annoy me alongside with something else. Okay, well, this actually gives me the chance how I will go about. I'm just going to fight these things so I can get some experience here, as we cannot really meet trainers yet. Anywho, as for these Pokemons that appear on the roads that we're going to go through, well, I'm going to just make a brief mention out of them. I know that it may not be that good for anyone who's sort of planning to use different Pokemons than I am and is looking for recommendations, but I try to make the brief comments about the Pokemons that appear on each road or area as sort of fulfilling as possible, so you can sort of pick your own poison. Wow, I said that word pretty weirdly there, holy crap. Hi, I work at the Pokemon Mart. It's a convenience shop, so please visit us in Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. And we got the second free potion, and now I have no idea why I decided to turn him into William Shatner. My head's messed up today. Anywho, one of the two Pokemons that we can encounter during this little road section that we met just a few moments ago, and the second one that we meet right here, are Rattata and Peachy. Now, Rattata is a normal type Pokemon, and well, it's basically around everywhere you go. It's just about in any freaking grassy area where you step on, and well, it's not that good of a grass, normal type Pokemon. Jesus, get the type wrong, buddy. Jeez. Anyway, it's not that good of a normal type Pokemon. It can't take that much of a hits, as its defense are kinda sucky, and just overall, it's really annoying to train if you catch it here at this beginning. But if you want to use one, I would actually suggest that you wait around a little bit to the later parts of the game where you can capture Rattatas at higher levels, because Rattatas won't start to be any useful until they learn certain moves, and they only learn them at somewhat high levels. So, really, if you want to use Rattata for whatever reason, then really don't catch it here, catch it later when you can catch them on wild on higher levels. The second Pokemon that you can get here, as we have met a couple of times here already, is Peachy. Peachy, kinda decent normal flying type Pokemon. It's not bad, it's actually kinda balanced flying type. I just don't kinda like it. Yet, I don't know. Peachy, once again, it's really common. You can just find it just about everywhere in Pokemon World. world, and well, if you like Peachy, then by all means catch it, but I just don't personally like it, especially considering that those things become very annoying to fight in the wild at some point, because they learned that once start a specific move which gives them free to get out of battle, so those things aren't even worth of grinding for experience at any point. So yeah, Rattata, Peachy, my personal opinion, don't bother with them. Anywho, as I've been babbling, we have arrived Viridian City. And well, there's actually nothing really that we can do here in Viridian City. So we could just go ahead and head to our next area. However, there's this old guy here, and if you try to get past him, you can't go through here. This is a private property. Oh jeez, sorry Cramps. What are you, fussy lumpkins? Oh Grandpa, don't be so mean. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to do female voices. Whoops. At his coffee yet? I would otherwise share mine, but screw it, it's my coffee. Speaking of which... Ooh, that feels good. God, this must be the weirdest recording ever. I'm drinking coffee at the same time as I'm playing the game. Jesus Christ, how many LPers do that? Anywho, a little secret here. If you go through this, along this path that I just went, and press A near this tree here, you get your third free potion. Damn, that's actually one hell of a nice catch. Now, at this point, there's really nothing you can do here, not until you actually visit the Pokemon Mart here. Go in and... Hey, you came from Pallet Town? You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him? And we got Oak's parcel. And so, new mission, be a delivery boy. A nice little delivery boy and deliver old man his package. Okay, I just realized how twisted that can actually turn out. Good lord. Jesus, I gotta watch out, otherwise I might end up making a couple of Brazilian dirty jokes during this LP. Ugh. Okay, anywho, this is actually kind of a nice way to just keep around grassy areas in case you just don't want to fight any wild Pokemons or are in low health. Just simply when you see ledges like this, you can just jump over them and that way skip quite a lot of grassy areas. Of course, they're not available everywhere, so there are sometimes chances when you cannot just simply get past as through grassy areas, otherwise they tend just heading in and through. Anywho, back here at Oak's lab. Oh, Tachiri! How is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trader. What? You have something for me? Oh, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thanks, Tachiri. By the way, I must ask you to do something for me. I'm not pulling down my pants. Wow, that sounded so wrong, I apologize. Cramps! Cramps, my Pokemon has grown stronger. Check it out. Oh, Shikaru, good timing. I needed to ask both of you to do something for me. On the desk there is my invention, Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've captured or seen. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Tachiri and Shikaru, take these with you. And we gain the Pokédex, hell yeah! To make a complete guide on all of the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old, I can't do it. So, I want you to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history.
Alright, Gramps, leave it to me. Tajiri, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Tajiri.
God. Oof. Wow, that voice acting actually took a little bit toll on me there for a second. Jesus. Anywho, so we have gained the Pokédex from Oak, and finally our quest has been set out loud and clear. Go and collect all of the Pokemons. Yes, Oak just sent the two probably 10-year-old kids into the world full of monsters that some may be rather hostile to humans, and others attempt to collect them all because he's just too lazy to get on his old party ass and do it the quest on by himself. Pokemon World, where child safety is cared for crap. Anywho, go here in Gary's sister house, and although he said that he would told her not to give us the map when you actually talk to her, we get the town map anyway, so I guess our rival just kinda forgot. Anywho, now we are now finally set to begin the Pokemon quest in full. However, sadly, I must leave the actual start of the adventure and the Pokemon collecting to the next episode. So, I hope you enjoyed this first episode. The second episode of Pokemon Yellow. God damn it, don't start sliding with the commentary near the end. Good lord. Okay, let's try again. I hope you enjoyed the second episode of Pokemon Yellow. There we go. And until next time, Dr. John signing out, saying bye-bye everyone. See you later!